Ready?
Not really.
Hi, we are here further to our La Vie Bespoke sessions, and today we have a special guest, Amalia. Amalia Boier is hosting us in her amazing environment. Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for coming.
It's a beautiful space, and if you know Amalia as I do, you will definitely say that it definitely reflects her personality, but we will talk through this. So tell me a little bit about your recent news, which are amazing, and about this fantastic award. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much. We were nominated for a lovely award, which we were selected as for the Interior Design Scheme of the Year.
Wow.
And the award ceremony took place in Capri in Italy, which was absolutely wonderful. And yeah, we weren't really expecting to win this award, but somehow we won it, and I'm so happy and pleased about it because it was such a special project to work on, and it was quite a lot of arising issues that come with every project in general, but we also had a very tight lead time, and somehow we've managed to kind of, keep it very well structured and have a very kind of like smooth flow to it. So yeah, I'm very happy we won.
Well deserved, I must say. This is not happening if you don't work hard like Amalia does, and I do know that. Trust me.
We were part of a very big group of other designers as well, which are very well known in the industry. So I'm, incredibly proud of the fact that we've managed to win this award, given that we're such a young studio as well, and it's very dear to us. It's all about perseverance, hard work, dedication, and always wanting to do better.
Yeah. Well, I do know that you have a lot of miles in your background in terms of interior design. You work really for long years in this industry, and I would like to know how and why people should come and meet you, and what is your signature style? What should people expect to see in your works and your projects?
I think with us, everything that we do. So, firstly, we're quite a small boutique studio at the moment, and we're very dedicated in terms of we very much offer a very personalized approach to our clients and projects. Everything it's focused on the individual, making sure that we truly understand their lifestyle, their requirements, what their aims are with the project, and with a specific scope. And in terms of style, I think we have kind of like, I would say, you can see from our project at the moment, kind of like a harmonious look that kind of flows effortlessly within the space. So it's kind of like elegant yet also simple. Everything is where it should be, and I think you can see that from most of our projects, but we're not very limited to that either. It's very much based on the client and the project specific.
So everything is personalized, everything is bespoke, and I guess you do have a kind of process and procedure when you meet a client of what suits them best, or according to their personality. Does personality plays any role in your decisions and your projects?
It's very much about the person that we're working with, really. So it's personality, it's lifestyle, it's their own personal style as well, like what kind of colors they like, what kind of interior design, architectural features they like. We always start with a client questionnaire that we send out to our clients right from the beginning, before we embark on a project, and we go thoroughly with the client through a consultation session to kind of understand their requirements, their aspirations, and what they plan to achieve. And following that, we kind of collate a brief, which would then help us develop further to the next stage. So we very much go through stages on each project, making sure that everything is kind of
Aligned.
Exactly, that's the right.
So how important is the psychology and the psychological factor in terms of someone's personal space, since you are specializing in more private, let's say, properties and interiors. How important is to reflect the nice psychology within the colors, within the designs, and anything like props you will put into this project?
I think it's, for us, it's very much bringing that sense of belonging to a, you know, for the person in relation to the space. It's bringing, you know, making things look aesthetically pleasing, beautiful, obviously practical as well, but also making the person feel like they do belong in that space, or they do feel like they're, you know, everything is where it should be within the space. And making sure that, you know, as soon as they wake up in the morning, they're very happy with, you know, what they see around them. They feel like, you know, it's a space that they're proud of, that, you know, they can invite guests, you know, family around, and they can create beautiful memories. That's kind of the reason, why I set up the studio as well, to make sure that I bring that element into people's home. I feel like that's how we give back to the world.
I have this feeling that the clients will have you closer as a best friend, because the interior design is like the internal, let's say, mood, their own personality. So sometimes you need to bond and you need to build this relationship with the client. How is it to happen? Do you face like sometimes difficulties?
Of course, it happens, and I think this is, you know, where it comes. I think right from the start, you have to click with the person that you're working with, from both from a client perspective as well as from a designer perspective as well. You know, when we embark on a project journey, some projects can take months or years, so it's very important to have a very close relationship with the client. We tend to kind of take all the responsibility, you know, over from them. So we act kind of like an ideal partner in their life. So it's very important that, you know, for us, we're transparent, loyal, and dedicated to achieve the best results for the project and for the client.
So. Yeah, absolutely.
What we try to achieve is to have something that's timeless, effortless, that stands the test of time, and that clients are, you know, enjoying it long term. But I think, you know, it depends, because, for instance, from my point of view, this is my personal choice. I usually tend to kind of get bored quite easily of certain colors, or, you know, maybe accents, ornaments. So then I always kind of try and swap things around with, where I can, with, you know, let's say decorative elements like cushions or vases, and sometimes maybe even artwork as well, to create more of a, you know, updated feel. But generally our aim is to kind of keep it long term. And as well, when you embark on a renovation, it's you know, such a detailed process, and from a cost perspective as well, it's important to get it right from the start, so that you avoid, you know, having to have other expenses at a later stage.
That's a good point, and really in terms of sustainability as well, like people can keep that forever, but small changes, as you recommend, that's why it's very important to build this trust with you. You leave always a window open, a door open, in case they want to change slightly some objects or some furniture, and it will transform.
Exactly. Everything is very well thought, and you also have to think ahead as well. And then, in case clients do want changes, you always, as I said, we leave room, and then we can swap maybe some elements. But generally, everything is so bespoke as well. When we, you know, we look at every single detailing architecturally, from, you know, from an architectural point, or, you know, things like even doors, floors, skirtings. We draw those things as well from scratch, and we try and kind of create a bespoke element to the whole renovation project. So it's very important that we get it right from the start.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
How do you keep yourself updated, and how do you get your inspiration from?
How do I keep myself updated?
Is it from
I think it's inspiration. It's everywhere for me. I think nowadays it can be, you know, days at the office, looking at, samples, finishes, magazines, or just chatting to people, the team, the clients as well are actually a main source of inspiration, because I get to learn about their lifestyle and their choices and what they like and so on. Also traveling, I love traveling as well, and seeing new places, new culture. That for me as well, it's an eye-opening. You get a lot of inspiration, I think, from that. Just seeing different textures, colors, finishes, it helps, I think, on that sense. But equally, architecture, museum, artwork, exhibition, collectibles, anything that kind of relates to the creative industry. But it could be anything. I think, inspiration wise.
And what about your signature style? Not in terms of interior design, but your own style. Does it also reflect your work? Because
possibly,
for people who don't know you,
some people say so. I don't like to kind of like shout out that we do have a specific style, because as I said, I like to treat it as bespoke. But my own personal style, I think it's kind of like, less is more. It's simple, but with a touch of kind of like, elegance. I would say I'm quite down to earth. So it's I would say I find myself more into the kind of like simplicity, effortless.
That's
look.
the key.
Yeah, that's the key. Yeah.
Perfect. And now, what are the do's and don'ts in terms of interior design? For example, when is the moment that people should come to you? In terms of a new property, new project, will they come to you on the process of the property being made, or after they will finalize everything, like when the flat is ready, actually? Or in terms of renovation, when is the right time that they think that, what, I need a change? So what do they have to look for and have in mind and be careful?
Well, they should come, the sooner the better. I think it's very important for us to be appointed quite early on the project, just because we have to look at the space planning, space layouts as well, making sure that we zonify the space, everything it's optimum and practical and easy from a user perspective. So it's quite important for clients to approach us right from those early stages, when they've kind of like decided on changing their property, or they purchased a new home and they're planning to build a new home. It's important for us to be there right from the start, to
guide them,
to provide them with advice.
And as we mentioned earlier, the sustainability factor, how important is also for you to maintain a good environment for your clients, and also to keep sustainable projects, objects, or the vibe of the place?
It's quite important, especially nowadays when you see such a mass of of everything. Really, we live in kind of like there's so many options out there, and sometimes it's very difficult to know what to select and what to to go forward with. So sustainability plays quite a big role for us. I think it's always about selecting the right type of materials, the right type of finishes. We tend to kind of use very much natural fabrics, and also we manufacture all of our furniture here in the UK. We do sometimes work with international suppliers as well on our international projects, but those are suppliers that we know of and that we kind of do our due diligence and research to make sure that they are the right people to be working with. So again, that's very important aspect. And then just checking the way things are made, going to see how they're made, chatting to suppliers as well. It's quite important that we have a very established and kind of like trusted relationship with our suppliers as well, as they play a big important role for us, and they're part of our team as well. So yeah, it's those.
It's very important, right?
Yeah, very important.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for coming by.
Ciao.
Bye.